That's the exact.
We need a beat.
Whoa. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the Fifth Quarter Fantasy Cast. I'm your host, Coach V, and I'm joined by some nice boys. And we're joined by Dr. Dry. Hi, Dr. Dry.
I'm back in the house.
We also have Coach Weeman.
Oh, hey.
Put
And
your dubs up.
the ever-praised, ever-lovely Peepaw.
Peeps in the house?
So we are at the cusp of the playoffs. Your dick is slightly moist, but it's not fully penetrated the playoffs yet. You might know who you're going to go up against. You might have a lot of hope in the next couple.
Why did you start the show like
Guys, listen. Speaking of hope and faith, I'd like to read something.
Yeah, redeem the podcast.
For I know the plans I have for you. They are plans for good and not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope. Jeremiah 29:11 - Philip Rivers. Very good.
He's back? Our
Guys,
Father on earth.
I wanna let you know that has 1 million views today. So that's how I've been living this afternoon.
Oh yeah.
Are you half of those million?
No,
Weeman has viewed that tweet 500,000 times.
just twice. 2 out of 1 million. Wants to see it and wants to bookmark it and read it. Very inspirational. I don't know if you know this, but there is a local cheese holder and a geriatric grandfather that was signed to a practice squad today in Indianapolis, and it was not the one that we all thought. No, it's Philip Rivers.
Oh yeah. 2012 quarterback to back when you used to play.
Probably. I set mine on auto draft.
I think he won you a championship. I need to look back in the annals of the Yahoo machine.
Ugh.
I know. But
Ugh.
anyways,
I'm not going into the annals of anything.
Well, we're about to look into Vinny's cat's annals here in a second.
Yeah,
Hello.
Oh no. So yeah, how was everybody's week while Daddy was gone?
Well, I went 2-3, and I am in the playoffs in all of my leagues. I snuck in as a 5th seed, I think, in 2, and then I'm a 2nd seed in 1. So I got a first round bye in 1 league. In the other leagues, I think we're just scrapping. I'll say in all 3 leagues, my teams are heating up, not cooling down. So I actually have some hope even for those 5th seed teams.
Hope you're ready to go against Superfan Matt in the cheese too. He was talking all sorts of crap today on the phone.
He's just mad because I didn't want to take Patrick Mahomes off his hands.
Oh.
I'll tell you what. Do you know who finished first in the Junkies this season? For the regular season.
The likes of you?
That's your boy Peeps here.
Hey.
Does your boy Peeps deserve it? Absolutely not. I looked at the total points scored for, and I think I was 4th or 5th on that list. So I definitely don't deserve first, but I'll take it. So secure to buy in that league. My main league I care about, I had a 10-point lead on a guy who had donkey teeth, and I had Ladd McConkey. After I started seeing that first drive or two, I'm like, oh boy, it's going to be close. And it kept getting closer and closer. And I ended up winning by 1 point in that league. And on top of that, I could have won the regular season if Ladd scored 10 points. You know what Ladd scored? 2.1, I think. So last night was a total fart fest for all involved. But ended up getting 2nd place, so I got a bye in that league. So 2 buys in the other league I completely took a dump in. So things are going great. It's either win or bust for me, apparently. So hopefully I don't get knocked out next week or the week after that, and we'll keep riding.
Yeah, I'm I'm a win or bust guy myself, so I'm eliminated in 4 of my leagues. One of them, one that I took over a team, so was really surprised and proud of them for going 6-8. Another one was the team just sucks. They were eliminated as soon as the season started, and then in Junkies, that team sucks too. So anyway, then my fourth one that got eliminated, it happened last night. I clawed back from a 4-7 record to get to 7-7, and the stage was set. I needed to win. I ended up doing that, and I needed help from at least one of 3 teams to lose. And they were against the number 1 seed, the 2 seed, and the 3 seed. So I was like, this is looking good for me. The number 1 and 2 seed completely shat the bed. So now it's down to the other team led by a 9-year-old. So the fate of my season rests on this 9-year-old, and very talented. I mean, his dad runs the team too, but the magic ran out. I was depending on Jalen Hurts, and that wasn't good. Does everyone's audio sound weird?
A little bit, but it's a live show, so it's fine.
Okay, yeah. So anyways, got eliminated there. But then I am the number 1 seed in a league. I'm the number 2 seed in 3 leagues, and then an ongoing thing in 1 league, and then number 3 seed in the Dads and Degens league. Thanks a lot to Cameron Dicker, and then one last ditch effort from Devontae Smith. So, anyways. So that's where I'm at. So alive in 6 leagues right now. So that'll be nice to not have to set 10 lineups next week.
Oh.
Well, so we have to know, last week you weren't here, Doc, because you were riding the Polar Express.
Choo, baby.
And yeah, like literally riding the Polar Express, that's not like a euphemism for something gross. He was riding the
What
Polar
do you mean riding?
He was
the Polar?
He was just
Please
vigorously
explain it to
riding,
me.
joyfully riding the Polar Express all night long, and that has nothing to do. That's literally what he was doing.
Oh.
Yeah, it's over in Independence. So yeah, we rode the Polar Express. As you know, seems like somewhere that would have another gentleman there, Patrick the Porker. But Patrick actually wasn't there. It was just Santa Claus and all of his elves. There were no buying
Patrick the
offers.
Porker wasn't one of the elves.
Good point.
He can take on different forms. But I know because my wallet didn't suffer that night. But it did. There were opportunities where if you were in the wrong mood, it could really suck, like forced singing on these carts. The kids were having a good time, so that's cool and everything. Santa looked a little dirty. He had a dirty suit, dirty beard.
No.
Definitely. He was a cheese face. I'll say that. Anyways, it was an all right night. All the parents did get porked right after because they gave everybody a little whistle, and they said it doesn't work until Christmas. The kids got them out right away and started blowing on them. It's like 10 o'clock at night. We just want to get home. So porked us right on the way out. But overall,
they did technically say it's not supposed to work till Christmas.
Well, I hope it doesn't get any louder on
Christmas. Listen.
Yeah. So anyway, maybe the kids are going to get porked because of not listening.
Did your kids get whistles?
They did. Yeah, they went off like kings on the way of the car. So, but it was a fun night. Patrick kept his distance for the most part.
Nice.
But as promised, and I was hoping that we'd have some viewers for this, but anyways, it is live, so they know I'm not cheating here. I am doing our lottery draft picks for they're in there for the Wadsworthless Fight Club and for the Butt Cheese Boy Invitational. So with that being said, without further ado, we're going to do the Wadsworthless Fight Club now. These are the 4 teams that did not make it. And this is a really cool way to determine your draft order for your upcoming rookie drafts and Dynasty. If they didn't make it, this helps people avoid tanking. So they only have a 25% chance here, but Scuba Steve has a 75% chance at the 1.1 because he has 3 of these bad boys in here. So Scuba Steve looking for a big night. Andy has the other pick. So we'll see what happens here. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these up, and we will pick 4 to 1. So with the 4th pick in the 2026 Wadsworthless Fight Club rookie draft, Scuba Steve with Jeff's pick. All right, so that is pick number 4. Pick number 3. Scuba Steve's pick, owned by himself.
Oh.
All right, Andy still got a shot here, which is crazy. All right, let's shuffle this bad boy up. With the 2nd pick, we have Skittles pick, owned by Andy, which means the number 1 pick will be Brian's pick, owned by Scuba Steve. So Scuba Steve walking away with picks 1, 3, and 4. Andy, pretty good. Next best case scenario, he got the number 2 pick. So that is Wadsworthless Fight Club, best Dynasty League ever made. Next, I just got to do a quick one for the Butt Cheese Boy Invitational. And so we call it the Cheese. And Coach V's in this one. We didn't know Peepaw yet, or I didn't know Peepaw yet. It's like going into I think we're in year 3. So anyways, this one has 3 different people in it. I believe we have Brandon. He's got his own pick. Ryan has his own pick. Dustin has his own pick, and Dustin also has T-Park's pick. So Dustin with a big 50% chance of getting that one. So Butt Cheese Boy Invitational, we will pick 4 to 1. I'm shuffling them right now. And with the 4th pick, Brandon's pick, owned by himself. So Brandon gets pick number 4. Next, we have T-Park pick, owned by Dustin. So Dustin with pick number 3. All right, I believe we got Ryan's pick and Dustin's pick left. So pick number 2 in the Cheese. Ryan's pick, owned by himself, which means the 1.1 will go to Dustin's pick, owned by himself. Congratulations, Dustin, on the 1.1. I think he had the 1.1 last year too, so he's been pretty good at these things. But anyways, that is the lotto picks for the Cheese. So thanks for giving me a couple minutes to do that. I think I got through that in like 2 minutes, so that's good. All right, so we also have some sad news. We say goodbye to a friend, a grandfather, not Philip Rivers, but rest in peace, rest easy, Pono. The grandpa from Johnny Tsunami, Kerry Haruyuki Tagawa. You just need to give a moment of silence, and then we're going to do a yee-hee-hee.
Right. Shang Tsung, Mortal Kombat 1995 as well, for the Mortal Kombat people out there.
All right, moment of silence.
Test your mic.
Oh no. All right. Yeah. Anyways, he will be missed.
Oh.
Sus.
Oh, that's a lot of meat.
So it's time for the gift basket of disappointment, brought to you by Hillshire Farms. And I was in a shitty workplace, dirty Santa, and I was so pissed that there wasn't a single Hillshire Farm gift basket of disappointment given out. Because who better to give this shitty gift to than some coworker you don't even know? and then to watch it get swapped or not swapped based on how bad of a gift it is, I should have threw one in there just to watch it happen. That's on me for not thinking about it. Next Dirty Santa, I'm putting one in just because I want to see like how it goes.
Low-key, it's a good one too because it's got the weight from the logs of cheese and meat, and it's got like the girth factor, if you will, from the overall size. So it's a box everyone wants to steal.
Yes. So, anyways, so these players that you're disappointed with, we're getting to the point of the season where it's like there's no more Hillshire Farms. They're all like S the B. You're either with us or you're not with us anymore. There's not a lot of guys you're hanging on to, holding on hope, but there's still a few left, I guess. So, who are y'all's Hillshire boys this week?
The man who's getting duck goose down there, Devontae Adams, he had his worst game of the season this past week. He got his typical under 30 yards for the game and 4 receptions, which was good. And he was hyper-targeted in the end zone on the first drive and still couldn't get a single one of those in. But partly due to the reason why he didn't excel this week. And bit of a down week, but still going to keep throwing him in my starting lineup. He is still the wide receiver 6 on the season overall. So we'll keep throwing him out there.
You said anomaly, but I thought you said it was a bit of a Donnelly.
Oh, Boots Donnelly.
Boots?
Give me an old Pabst Blue Ribbon.
A bit of a Donnelly. Oh, a Boots kind, or what other kind?
I think Boots getting drunk on some Pabst.
So Jalen Hurts is my Hillshire boy. He put on a premium S the B performance. And if he was anyone but Jalen Hurts, he'd be an S the B for me. But because he's Jalen Hurts, because he's like consistently a top 5 quarterback, and you're going in the playoffs, and if you got Jalen Hurts, you probably don't have a quality backup behind him. He gets a Hillshire, okay? But that was 5 turnovers. What is that? Thankfully, I didn't need anything from him in the league that I had him. But if I did, oh my God. So anyways, that was terrible. And yeah, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see any more of that over the next 3 weeks.
Very stinky, sir. I have the rookie 1.1 Ashton Genty finally entering the Hillshire Farm gift basket of disappointment list for men. Just putting up 5 points. And my gut was telling me start Michael Wilson over him, put him in your flex. And I didn't listen to it. I mean, ultimately, it did cost me. It cost me a bye. So I will be from the 3 seed in that because of Ashton Genty. Honestly, he's a hell of a talent, but that O-line needs to get better. I will be benching him this week for Woody Marks. More on that a little bit later. But, it's one of those things where, sometimes you just feel like you have to start people because of their name or their draft capital or, like Justin Jefferson, kind of like that, but rookie version where he's just very hard to start right now. So very disappointed. I'm not going to drop you, but things need to get better around you. So welcome to the basket.
Oh, there he is again. Arthur Smith.
So this is the Sleep Number Shit the Bed Award. These are for those people who shit the bed. And you'll see Arthur Smith on here a couple times. Can't trust the guy. He's a rat. Can't trust Mike Vrabel. Ramondre Stevenson's still getting a lot of love. You can't trust JJ McCarthy. You just can't trust it. So these are the players that shat the bed. You're just like really mad at them. In some cases, you're dropping them, but these are pretty high profile. I don't think you're dropping any of these guys, but they definitely cost you something this week. So I'll go with the open to work guy. We already talked about him. He's sexy. He's good looking, but oh man, was he smelly last night. And mainly it's just one play that I put him on here. I don't have him anywhere. but he indirectly cost me playoffs in a league where I was depending on another team to win. And I was like, oh, they got Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith. They'll be fine. And anyways, I knew the moment I knew it was over was his fumbleception play. That was crazy. And then I saw the stats hit, and I was like, oh, man, he got -4 on a play. It's single-handedly the worst play in all of fantasy football history. 2 turnovers in one play. So he's open to work right now. Welcome to the bed, the poop bed.
Mahomes down there looking like it's his it almost looks like it's 5th grade photo day at school. That's what it looks like for him. He looks too happy to be in the bed.
He
Went up against the Texans, who have shown that they are probably one of the most elite defenses in the league this week, and I don't think they've led up a number 1 quarterback performance to a single quarterback this year from the Texans defense. So, word of warning to anyone looking at your schedule and you have the Texans you're going up against with your quarterback. So, I'm sure it won't last with him staying down here, but Texans shown they're a legit defense and shown. I just really want to see what Mahomes looked like in the bed, and he looks happy to be there. So who knows? He might end up there again. Yeah, he might end up there again. Who knows?
Oh no! Oh no!
My alternative for it was anyone you needed from last night. Told you I need Ladd to score 10 points. I think he was the 2nd highest receiver with 12 yards, and someone else had 20 yards, I think. And they're the highest receiver on the Chargers, so not great for anyone last night.
No.
He's on mute.
Oh, no.
He's talking to nobody.
That was from my coughing fit earlier. I forgot to.
I'm here. Okay, yeah.
I'm playing sick tonight, but yeah, I should mention that. I should mention that more than one time because I haven't worked since
You know who else is playing sick? The entire Colts quarterback list. Oh. Lehman doing his research. Did you know that Phillip Rivers can play this season, but it would pause his Hall of Fame eligibility?
Oh.
He's putting all that on the line.
We'll get to that.
Imagine you're the backup quarterback that's not injured, and they bring in a guy that hadn't played in 5 years to play over you.
I thought they're all injured. I thought all 3 of them.
No, they have a guy on practice squad they could call up, but they decided to call him out of retirement.
And we all know it gives them the best chance.
That's the worst part. But imagine being the quarterback that's the backup, and you get a guy that's 5 years retired or hasn't played in 5 years, the likely start in front of you. That's how bad it is.
The geriatric 44-year-old grandfather with 10 kids.
Listen, he also needs to support the kids somehow, so he's also looking for a break, I'm guessing, from home.
But maybe you were like a childhood Phillip Rivers fan, and this is like a huge dream for you as like the rookie QB. You're like, oh, cool, I get to like be on the same team as my idol. Like,
here's the thing. The way I see it is, if he goes in and he actually plays, and he does really well, I'm scared that every cheese holder who's like in their 40s and 50s is going to be like, "Oh, I can still play." Wouldn't that cause an issue?
Well, he's playing the Seattle defense this week. Good luck.
Yeah, it's not going to go well.
No, they better not get Rivers like killed. Like he went out like as classy as you can without like winning a Super Bowl or whatever. So like they can't tarnish his legacy because like he went out kind of on top.
But what if they get in there and they actually win?
That's the cool part. That's what we want.
That would be crazy because then every butt cheese boy would be like, "Oh, my knees still work. I can still do it." But then if he gets in there and he fails, will that exclude him from the Hall of Fame?
Oh, no. That's dumb.
Can you imagine they strip your title out of the Hall of Fame because you came back to play a game?
Because I read for real, I read somewhere that is Phillip Rivers in the Hall of Fame now or no?
Nah.
I don't believe so yet.
But
He will be one day, but not there yet.
Would this reset it if he goes back?
I believe so, yes, because you have to be out of the game at least it's a handful of years. You have to be out of the game before you're even considered.
Isn't it like 7 or something?
It's some. I think Drew Brees is entering his first year this year, so it's only got to be. It's not long, but it's.
I mean, why not bring Drew Brees back? What? Why not?
Well, they were too big of a pansies to call back Matt Ryan.
Ooh.
But what about Tom Brady?
Oh, Tom's happy.
He's got stakes in the Raiders too. I think it's probably
The only
need to
guys
come
of
back.
that age who are willing to come out are the guys who don't have Super Bowls
Yeah,
because they're desperate. Well, they're not desperate, but there's just like one thing they didn't do, and so like Tom
bring
Brady,
in Troy
like,
Aikman. Why not? John Elway. Just bring them all. Steve Young. Just bring them all back.
They all have Super Bowls winning. They're good. They're happy.
Yeah.
You need unhappy older men who
Ooh.
didn't win Super Bowls.
I wonder where would we find that list? Like, I'm wondering who else might like come back.
It's up to you to compile it.
Oh God, no! I'm too lazy.
Well, you
I'm
know,
sorry, in that way.
Phillip Rivers did give Weeman a fantasy championship. And JJ McCarthy, if you're watching, I'll tell you what I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you to the count of 10 to get your ugly, yellow, no good keister off my property before I pump your guts full of lead. 1, 2, 10.
10. Please, sir, that's the greatest movie of all time. Calm down.
I watched that last night, actually.
You know,
So, anyways, the Commanders are my shit the bed award winners. Coming off last week where it was like so much action everywhere. My nutsack hurts.
RIP.
Yeah, dear God, like that sucks, man. Like possible career ender right there.
It probably is at his age.
No running back value, no quarterback value, no wide receiver value, just pieces of shit all over the field, just little turdlets, and people just stepping on them, squishing them into the turf. And it's not grass, and it's not outside anymore, so it's not going to get rained on and absorbed. Like someone has to go like clean that off the turf. Like that's how gross it is.
Imagine Arthur Smith being that guy. He shows up to the field looking like the guy on the left. He's like, "Oh yes, mine."
That's the
Oh,
job he
mine.
deserves. It's not the job he has, but it's the one he deserves.
Harry Potter.
Bastard.
So, anyways, that's my SLD.
Do we have a Ramondre fumble again?
Oh no, I took that out of respect.
Oh no.
For the bye week.
On a bye week.
But yeah, no, you said all of Washington, so I just put Washington D.C. So I also have another Eagles picture up here. And it's kind of small, so you can't really tell, but Devontae Smith is sad and AJ Brown looks happy. And so Devontae Smith, he shat the bed, but it wasn't him who did it. AJ Brown went into his bed, took one, and then left. And now Devontae Smith is finding it like, man, who pooped in my bed? And so that's what's going on there, and I have stats. So if I saved the picture correctly, it was Yahoo Sports that posted it. All right. So since AJ Brown publicly complained and cried, AJ Brown has 72.6 fantasy points. Devontae Smith has 26.2 fantasy points over the course of 4 games. So he's averaging like 5 or 6 points a game. Meanwhile, AJ Brown is living his best life. So,
and haven't they lost like 3 out of the 4 of those?
Yeah, they've gone 1-3. So
Yep.
It hasn't exactly paid off. So I need Devontae Smith to start complaining about not getting the ball so he can start getting the ball and they can start winning again. The end. So,
Donkey teeth going strong.
yeah.
Hey,
Weeman's
Weeman's
you
been
guys
gone
want
the
to know
last
one more
few
cool
weeks.
thing about Phillip Rivers if he does actually play in the game? If Phillip Rivers signs with the Colts, Well, technically, I guess he did.
Yeah.
He will be the last active player in the NFL that was in the original roster of NFL 2K5. Before Rivers, the last player was Tom Brady, then punter Andy Lee. If Flacco can do it, Grandpa Rivers can certainly still sling it at 44.
Love it.
2K5.
Well, you know, feel free to sling it.
I was in high school.
Metcalf.
Actually, I think we all were. Well, actually, depending on Peepaw, I know we all were in high school in 05.
No,
People
No, no,
was
I-
an infant.
I was an infant at that time. I was in elementary school. My
Oh,
boy
sorry, my
Skittles,
back started hurting, but go on.
Skittles man up there, DK. He
Ugh.
like this is what we drafted him for, and I drafted him in the 5th round this year. Thought it was a steal. I hadn't been performing, be it Arthur Smith, be it Aaron Rodgers. I don't know. But look what happens when you target him. He catches the ball and does good things. Why don't we do it more often? You know why? Because we have Arthur Smith to screw everything up for everyone that ever exists. Hence, you know what? He needs to be open for work.
Yeah. He's
Arthur
been
Smith.
open for work before.
Damn Arthur Smith. No one likes him. So he's where I want to know where his performances like this have been all season. I've benched him the past couple weeks because I want to say he's ended up in the bed a couple times. But this is a good showing finally, so maybe I have something to hope for going into the playoffs here for a couple of my squads.
If he keeps looking like this, he can get back in the bed anytime. But not the bed that we were just looking at. So kind of a guy that I don't think anybody was starting unless you were just really needed a running back. Ever heard of Tony Pollard? We haven't heard from him in a while, but he was a great surprise, having a career day, 161 rushing yards, 2 tutties, and the Titans ruining their number 1 pick. But Tony Pollard, man, what a surprise. Shout out if you started him. But I don't know if I'm starting him again. So I think he was just someone who ends up in the McNugget box, but not on the beach with all the strong men in our next slide.
Mine is Blake Corum. You picked him up probably as a handcuff. You probably didn't start him, but if you did, it was a nice week for you. He's been taking like more and more of the share in the backfield the past maybe couple weeks, definitely more over the course of this year. I think they're trying to preserve Kyron Williams for their playoff run, and I think Corum's going to benefit from that over the fantasy playoffs. So I think he's a great start moving forward. I think they're going to turn it more into like a 50-50 split with Corum, and we saw how he can get into the end zone multiple times, and he's a good runner. So was really happy to see him shine and get a chance. And he's doing good with those opportunities. And he might be someone who you didn't expect to have on your squad at the end of the year, who ends up starting in your fantasy championship and wins you a chip. So Blake Corum, welcome to the box.
Yeah, he's eating nuggets right now, but hopefully he starts eating chips soon. I do want to check something with that. Make sure. Okay, good. Blake Corum is not the number 1 trending player on Sleeper right now, so that's good. Usually you know that top added person usually shits the bed the next week. So Ryan Flournoy, we probably all have claims in on him, but I wouldn't do it because he went off like a king last week, and we all know what that means. He's going to be Steve Smith this week. So moving on to even greater things. These are our weights for men, flex of the week for week 14. These are the men that we just want to brag on. We love them. They're great. And we have a question, Vinny question. What makes you think you can take down the Detroit Degents in this playoff opener this weekend? Ooh.
I've never believed in the Detroit Degenerates pretty much since they were
Guys, I'm right here.
since they were brought into existence. I've always thought they're kind of like opposer team just kind of like out there thinking that they're pretty good, but they're actually not that good. So yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to take them down because it's time for them to be exposed for what they truly are. And yeah, the degenerates are. I'm not worried about the degenerates, honestly. They go into the locker room, they're like, "Oh, don't look ahead. You got to focus on this week." And I'm telling all my guys, just look ahead to next week. Don't even worry about
it. Dang. That's crazy. Well, there you have it. So a few guys on here. Michael Wilson. I'll go ahead and say it. He's better than Marvin Harrison Jr. I think we can put that out there. The 4 games that we've seen him have, Marvin Harrison Jr. is better than MHJ's best game he's ever had. So, he's better than MHJ. It's not close. Michael Wilson, hopefully he still continues to get that target share. They need to just make him the number one. Quit messing around with MHJ. You have your number one in Michael Wilson. Also, he owns a Mackle's Pizza franchise over in Tempe, Arizona. So, fun fact that you guys didn't know.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fascinating. So, my beef stick is going to be Brandon Aubrey. His delts are popping out of his pads up there. Boy, tell you what, he don't skip leg day, nor does he skip arm day, nor does he skip core day. That boy lifts 24/7. The only time he stops is to play a game. He packing a punch, and that's no reason. Obviously, there's a reason why he makes all these field goals, and that's because he looks like that under them pads. Boy likes lifting. He don't lie. He had 5 for 5 on field goals, 2 between 50 and 59, and 1 over 60. It made my heart happy to see a game in which field goal participation actually occurred, because nowadays it's you make it over the 50-yard line. Oh, it's 4th and 5. We're going for it. There's no more field goals occurring unless it's like a 4th and 9 and you're at the 50. So I love seeing field goal games. He helped propel me to a win this week. So good to see from that. And I think this muscle beefcake is going to keep on rolling.
Beefy. I got another guy on here. Jahmyr Gibbs. You might have heard of him before. Another 37-point outing. And he's neighbors with Weems over there, new to Detroit. Former neighbors with Peepaw from Detroit. Anyways, he's such a prince. He's actually, if you check Keep Trade Cut right now, he is the number 1 player in Dynasty, non-Superflex, of course, but he has overtaken Jamar Chase for that number 1 spot. Jamar Chase is actually wide receiver 2. JSN has become wide receiver 1. But Jahmyr Gibbs, number 1 overall, perfect 999 value. And I think about it. Like, say you're in your season long next year. Who are you taking if you have the 1.1? I'm taking Jahmyr Gibbs. I think he's leapfrogged Bijan. I think he's better than any receiver. And he's who I'll be taking at 1.1 if I ever get lucky enough to have a 1.1 pick. Who are you guys taking at 1.1, and why is it Jahmyr Gibbs?
It wouldn't be Jahmyr Gibbs if it's a keeper league and he's kept. Other than that, he's number 1. McCaffrey has the injury risk. Knock on wood, Gibbs doesn't have that, so he's getting utilized beyond belief, and you love to see it, receiving and rushing, and he just looks better than everyone else on the field. So by default, 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not Gibbs, then it would just be like Jamar Chase, but Joe Burrow can't seem to play a full season, so Jamar Chase is even at risk sometimes. So yeah, I mean, it's really Gibbs, or you're just taking Chase and hoping that you get a full Joe Burrow season. But yeah, can't go.
And also, we've seen a lot of it this year. A lot of receivers that we thought were quarterback proof, but been terrible quarterback play. So, someone's got to get them the ball. We've also seen receivers getting hurt more often than not, and running backs staying healthy. So I'm wondering if we're going to see an industry shift in the fantasy, or a community shift in the fantasy football community, where you do see running backs start flying off the board earlier. But I'm excited about next year already, I guess, just to kind of see what that first round looks like. We know JSN's going to be put in there. Malik Neighbors will be back possibly at the end of that first round. I think we see Trey McBride go higher than ever. So it'll be exciting. So we do have another. I have to chip in on Michael Wilson. Stats show he is him, and he has been far better than MHJ. MHJ is a bust. Time face the truth. So and then thanks for I made a terrible trade with Superfan Matt a couple of years ago. So anyways, those are our awards. Hope you like them, but we now need to switch over to our sponsors. So who's our sponsor tonight?
Looks like we got Duke's Mayo Boy.
Stay tuned for this message from Duke's Mayonnaise. Hey, Robert! Yeah, Ted? Wanna hear a joke? Yeah. Knock, knock. Who's there? Hellman's. Hellman's who? Hell, man, if it ain't Duke's, I don't want it.
Never gets old.
Thanks, Bob and Ted. You guys had any Duke's mayonnaise lately?
Didn't we go to high school with Bob and Ted?
They sound a little old. Maybe they were our teachers.
I made like some tuna salad with some Duke's mayonnaise. I wouldn't make it with anything else. I mean, we asked our own question.
What the?
What?
Chicago, Buffalo, and Pittsburgh.
I'm so confused.
I mean,
Okay, I'm the friend. Okay, let's get real.
Oh, okay. I was having trouble understanding the question. Okay.
Okay, so realistically, I've got a first round bye. I've also got the Patriots defense. I'm looking at Jacksonville, who plays Denver in Week 16 and 17 against Indianapolis and Old Man Rivers.
I think I'd roll with New England defense, unless they have a terrible schedule.
The Saints have Carolina, Jets, and Titans remainder of the season. And the Patriots have Buffalo, Baltimore, and the Jets to finish. So I think they're an easy finish with the Jets. I just don't know who to do week 16.
Hold Patriots for that championship.
Get rid of Cleveland in favor of the Saints against the Jets. All right. Friend says thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I looked at I haven't looked at the Detroit Degenerates at all. So I looked at the Detroit Degenerates, and their roster, they have Daniel Jones and Jaden Daniels as their quarterback. So I now have why I'm going to beat them, and I also put in waiver claims for the top 5 quarterbacks on the waiver wire. So, sorry,
and you have Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. So even a shit the bed performance, he did better than both of them last week.
Yeah. So if you're looking ahead, you get Joe. That's going to be rough.
Yeah. I need some revenge against Joe. So maybe I can look ahead and beat Joe. We'll see.
Yeah. So I believe it's time for Peepaw's favorite segment.
You know what time it is? It's time to shoot your shot.
And we got 3 audience members. Let's be exciting. So So whoa. So shoot your shot. It's basically who we would like to start this week. Oh, we went down to one. I messed it up. But shoot your shot. Basically, we call out quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end. All four of us will be sharing who we would like to start. So, Weeman, who are you starting at quarterback this week? I think we know.
I think I know.
Philip Rivers.
Oh,
Absolutely.
I think he's going to start. I think he's going to start this week. I think it was
about 2 hours ago they came out and said he's got a real chance to play.
They've made too big a deal about it.
Yeah.
My selection for quarterback this week is Stafford. It is a revenge game of which seems to happen a couple times every single year against the Lions. Lions have been letting up quite a bit of points to the wide receiver position and overall on defense, turning into defensive old. So it's a game we love to see because that means high points for both squads. And I think Stafford goes ahead and has quite himself a game this weekend.
I see Patrick Porker making an appearance because it's a piggy bank game.
Ooh, touchdown!
Touchdown! And Weeman, do you remember that gift I got Vinny that year for Christmas? And I couldn't find a Hillshire Farms gift basket, so I got him this. I got him this like piggy bank, and it was a football, and every time you put something in it, it goes touchdown. And we were pizza boys, so he had a lot of coins. So he would get home, and you'd hear touchdown.
Was that before or after the Justin Bieber poster?
I think it was during. It was L182, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Does
Yeah,
people know about the Justin Bieber poster?
So we used to have this Justin Bieber poster that we put up in our kitchen, and it was that one. Maybe you've seen it before, but he's kind of standing like this. He's got his hands in his pockets and he's like looking up, and he kind of looks like a 28-year-old lesbian. And he's got like the Biebs hair, and like he's definitely like 12 in the picture. And we hung it up, and then we took like 2 ping pong balls and like a toilet paper roll, like just the cardboard part.
Oh, he knows where this is going.
Yeah, we taped it down there, and that was what people saw, like their first impression of us when they came to our apartment. Was, hey, this is who we are and what we represent. You're either with it or you're out. So
didn't someone even put a bunch of white string on it too?
So we gave him all sorts of nasty tattoos and things like that, and we had to run it into someone's room if someone's parents were coming over, and like oh yeah, let's not let my mom see this. So touchdown. But yeah, I do like that play. Matthew Stafford, he was one of mine on here. I think Baker's a good play. Get right game against the Falcons. And also, he was in the bed. He got a box. Jalen Hurts. He's going against the Raiders. He is Jalen Hurts. I mean, he's not going to be bad forever. I think they're going to figure it out eventually. I want them to figure it out against the Raiders. So I think that's going to happen. So Thursday night special with Baker, and then Jalen Hurts with a comeback.
So mine is Aaron Rodgers. Had a great game. He ran for a score. So he wants to win games. I mean, when you're that old, you don't run for scores unless you want it. And he really wants it. They got Miami this week. So I think he could have a nice week. He's out there. He's on waiver wires. If you are a Detroit degenerate per se, and you needed a quarterback, maybe this is who you start this week. Unless you're at a lower waiver claim than I am, then I guess you don't get to stop him. And so yeah, Aaron Rodgers, he could be a good play this week. But yeah, I thought that could work out. And I mean, he had like a 20+ point game last week, and yeah, I mean, we had a lot of quarterbacks. We had a big one, Daniel Jones, go down, so that's left a lot of teams who are probably playoff eligible because they had Daniel Jones scrambling.
Did you know that Aaron Rodgers was the oldest NFL player? Not anymore. Philip Rivers. Aaron Rodgers is 42.
Little
But
brother.
the thing about Aaron Rodgers is he looks geriatric. At least Philip Rivers still looks like half normal.
Someone, so we had a Home Alone reference earlier, and someone pointed out that it was a couple games ago whenever he had like a bloody nose and stuff.
Oh yeah, with the hat.
And someone said he looks like one of the Wet Bandits whenever they tried to break into Kevin McAllister's house.
Oh,
And I thought that was wildly accurate.
no.
Oh, and then fun fact, my son Denver, he's 4, he's about to be 5. He was like playing with like some toys, and Home Alone was on in the background, and he was like kind of listening, and I wasn't there for it, but they told me about it. They said he like quoted this part like right before it happened, and he goes, "Leave it on the doorstep and get the hell out of here." I was like,
I bet Megan loved that.
Yeah. Wet Bandit.
I bet
Looks just like him.
I bet your wife loved that.
Oh yeah.
All right, at running back, it will not be Philip Rivers this week. My running back selection is going to be Devin Neal. He has had a pretty good showing the past couple weeks without Alvin Kamara, and Saints seem to be turning around a little bit. So I do think that this is another game that Devin Neal gets big points in, assuming that Kamara doesn't play. And they go up against the Panthers, who have, over the past month, been giving up the 4th most fantasy points to running back. So all things are lining up for Devin Neal to have himself a game.
Nice. I'm going to go with Woody Skidmarks. I will be benching Genty in a league, starting Woody Skidmarks. He's going against the Cards. They should control that game with their defense. Jacoby Brissett's still going to get his, and Michael Wilson's still going to get his. McBride's still going to get his. Well, I don't know. Maybe they won't control it, but we've seen them shut down some pretty prolific offenses. But Woody Marks has been hot lately. He's getting a ton of usage. He got in the end zone this past week. I think he's definitely a great start. Also, shout out to Tennessee Vol Jalen Wright. If Achane is out, he looked terrific. He got a ton of volume. I was expecting to see more Ollie Gordon, but that didn't happen. And they're going against the Steelers. It's a Monday night thing, so I don't know. You might not be starting him unless you have Achane and he's ruled out, or if you're like, I don't know, not feeling Kenneth Gainwell or something like that. But definitely a viable option. And Coach P, do you still have Jalen Wright? I know you traded for him with me. You still got him on the roster over there?
Yeah. I was definitely hoping for more value earlier in the season, but we'll take it now. It's fine. Yeah. That was why I traded for him. I traded for him just because I was like, oh, if Achane goes down, he's like, next man up. Like I thought Miami believed in him more than Ollie Gordon, especially when it was like needed. So I'm hoping this really works out.
Yeah, and you're an RJ Harvey man because you believe.
I'm a believer. Man, that's really worked out too.
Yeah,
it took a while. You had to be patient. Mine is a running back that I hate to put on here, but Ken Gainwell continues to take carries from Jaylen Warren. Arthur Smith strikes again, and I think you just got to embrace it at this point. Just embrace it. I think he's going to get a larger share as we get closer to the finish line here for these teams and stuff. So I think you start Ken Gainwell against Miami, and just put him in there because Jaylen Warren's getting the red zone carries, which is he's getting goal line carries. But but Gainwell's getting the ball 10, 12 yards out, and he's scoring, or he's putting up 80 yards and 9 receptions and stuff. So anyways, I think Ken Gainwell's a good start. If you've been resisting it or whatever, he could probably, be serviceable for you, especially if you're needing something maybe kind of steady going into this first week of the playoffs.
Wide receiver showing up with called a layup, but JSN I feel like is going to have himself a massive outing. He's a guy who's been raking in points this season, and this week the Seahawks play against the Colts, who are crumbling in every shape, fashion, form that they possibly can. At one point, they were the number 1 seed in the AFC, and now look where they're at. So they are going down, down, down faster than I can't think of any good analogy for that one. That
would have been awesome if you were quick with it.
No, not that quick. But every which way, shape, and form, the Colts are crumbling. Defense ain't looking as great either. But I do think that JSN is going to absolutely shine this weekend and should have himself a game.
Yep. And they're going down, down, down to Browntown. Speaking of Browns, Luther Burden goes against the Browns this week. DJ Moore, I want to say, had negative yardage. And I think that they're starting to trust Luther Burden a little bit more in that offense. So I think he's gaining the trust of LGBTQB1, who will be throwing him the ball. And, so Luther Burden, I think, maybe even gets in the end zone this week. Who knows? And then also, it's a piggy bank game. So all Rams wide receivers, go for it. Obviously, you're starting them anyways. Go Rams. And and then, I would say start them all. And also, I would even place a bet over on Underdog Fantasy. Use code 5th Quarter Fantasy. Underdog will match your first deposit up to $1,000, and we get $10. So more so, we get $10. That's what's most important, and you get the match. But Devontae Adams anytime touchdown, I'd say that's happening this week. It was weird that he didn't get in the end zone last week, and this is a totes piggy bank game. So come on down, and that's doctor's orders.
Oh, all them plugs in one segment.
Mine is Zay Flowers, who Lamar showed life this week. They got Cincinnati coming up. And I mean, even when they're having a bad game, Zay Flowers will get a lot of targets. Sometimes those targets don't result in a lot of catches, but it's Cincinnati. They're coming off a nice week. I think they're going to need to throw the ball a good bit. So yeah, I think Zay Flowers, who can piss you off at times, maybe he can come through for you this week. He may not be your every week starter for the rest of fantasy playoffs, but you should at least start him this week with the Cincinnati matchup.
No matter what.
With a Mater.
All right, lastly, we got tight end. Dare I say, to pair with your Zay Flowers pick, we got either Mark Andrews or Isaiah Likely, who, as you mentioned, they play against the Bengals, who don't know what a tight end is. Don't draft up anything to block a tight end. Just let them kind of run as they so will throughout the middle of the field and rack up as many points as they so want to. So I'm not sure which one or both it's going to be, but one of those two tight ends for the Ravens, you can guarantee will have themselves a touchdown this week.
I got a couple of tight ends. I mean, if you're not familiar with them, get familiar with Brenton Strange. I just like suggesting him because he's not completely mainstream yet. I even caught him on the waiver wire in a league this last week, which he should have been picked up a long time ago. They're playing the Jets, so fire him up. And then also another one, if you want to go a little bit deeper, say you're in like just a really deep dynasty league, somewhere with a super deep bench, and you need a tight end. You play roulette every week. Ben Sinnott over in Washington. great offense, great team over there. But Zach Ertz just went down
RIP.
last week, and ouch. And so Ben Sinnott, I think he's the next man up. I think he's someone that should get the ball, and Mariota needs to throw it to somebody. I'm just assuming Mariota is going to be the quarterback. I think they should shut down Jaden Daniels, but he does favor the tight end, and Ben Sinnott might be a good deep play.
He's on mute again.
What the hell?
I need more Ricola. I ran out of Ricola.
Ricola.
So mine is. I did a Dr. Dry special. I rubbed Vicks Vapo all over myself last night.
Yeah.
And I know the doc loves some Vicks Vapo.
Did you get it in here?
Oh yeah, right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the way.
opens it up real nice. And so I have Dalton. I just Schultz my pants. Dalton Schultz. They got Arizona. Arizona, right? They're playing Arizona, right? Okay, yeah. He's consistent as shit and should get you somewhere in the ballpark of like 5 to 15 points. That's what I'm calling for. And I'm thinking on the higher end this week because it's Arizona and they're going to score a good bit, I would hope. And Arizona will kind of go back and forth with them. And so, yeah, Dalton, I just Schultz myself. Don't Schultz the bed. Schultz yourself and score a lot of points this week with Dalton. I just Schultz myself.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, boys.
This has been a marathon episode.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Weeman, if you've been paying any sort of attention, you know that there's 5 things that we got to do before we leave.
What are we going to do? We're going to...
Got it, Weeman.
Lit. You see it on the walls. The first 3. Live. Laugh. Love. Like. And subscribe.
There it is.
Order 10.
And none of it.
You didn't know any of them?
Go to high school.
After laugh? You didn't have it after laugh?
Come on, Wings.
Not one of those.
He doesn't own one of those.
I'll get him eventually.